We are rolling. Welcome back to Dave's Garage, friends. Good to have you all along, and thank you for all of the new subscribers. We're up to a number I could never have imagined ever in this lifetime, ever. So, one of you has, Joel from Simi Valley, has written with a great suggestion for future episodes. In fact, I'm going to break this down into several smaller episodes. Excuse me. I got allergies. It's been hot as you can imagine here, up in the about 100 degrees here in Southern California, and boy, it's this pile. Everything is everything is out of whack, except here. Well, no, I can't even say that for the garage here. Last time we talked about how we moved the giant Hammond B3 into the garage here. And the band showed up Saturday to play, and the Hammond B3, well, there's power to the unit, but no sound came out. So it's been like that here. Anyway, Joel, Simi Valley, suggested lessons on alternate fingerings. Great idea. And I want to start out today with an alternate fingering for B. You know, B is kind of one of those notes that's wide open, it vents, and it's got kind of a harsh edge to it. Right? I mean, it blows out of your horn, doesn't it? Well, I was listening to a recording a couple years ago made by Houston Person, and Houston Person, marvelous tenor sax player, and it's now with Ron Cox, Ray Brown on bass. Houston and Ray Brown. I'll link you to the album in the comments below. And he starts off a song called Meditation, right? A samba, a bossa nova called Meditation with that B. And his B was so gorgeous. It was so beautiful. It was so incredible. I've spent the last, I don't know, maybe year or two or so trying to copy that. And that's how this all happens. That's how you learn how to, find things on your horn that you wouldn't have found otherwise. So that B, how did he do that? I want you to listen to it and just, keep in mind, of course, that that's a studio recording. He's not in the garage here using a smartphone. He's in a studio, and he's a major player. He's been at this for a very, very, very long time. All right, but anyway, that B, it's not coming out like that. So I tried all kinds of things. I tried venting it with the G sharp. Hear that little bit of difference? All right, I also tried venting it with D sharp, otherwise known as E flat. Yeah, you can do that. Saxophone being somewhat of a cousin to the flute. All right, so here we go. You have to just take my word. I know you can't see the whole saxophone in the frame. If I stand back here, all right, okay, you can't see any better either. So what I started to work on was my subtones, all right? And that's where we just get real quiet. So it takes the same amount of air that it takes to blow your saxophone crazy loud, but you just don't blow fast, right? And you figure out your tongue position. It's all about tongue position. You let the reed vibrate, you let it do what it does, but you figure out tongue position and that massive amount of air and the control it takes to actually play subtones all the way up the horn, right? Also, there's another. So here's where the alternate fingering comes in. For a long time, I thought, well, maybe he was doing this by playing the first partial, harmonic overtone of low B, right? And the harmonic overtone series is so good for your tone. If you don't know that, you want to dive deeper, let's get a lesson. We'll talk about that. That's not the purpose of this session. But you can play B, you can finger low B, but play the first octave, which is middle B. Hear that? That's beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous. Got a lot of atmosphere. The tone is spread out all over the place, fills the room. But it's not real practical. One of the things it does when you play the harmonic overtone low B is that it goes a little bit on the sharp side. Second, trying to maneuver around that line makes it a little bit complicated. I mean, it's not the easiest way to get from point A to point B. So I think, for my money, I'm going to say subtone on that B and practice that. It's not going to come right out of the chute. You've got to spend some time. And you may find that it's easier to do subtones on the lower notes. But alt fingering for B, sure, you got it right here. Low B, low middle B. All right, that's all I have for today. If you have any questions, email me, davegoodsax@gmail.com. If you have any ideas for future lessons, same place, davegoodsax@gmail.com. If you'd like to dive a little bit deeper into the subject and you're in the Southern California area or you have great Wi-Fi, let's do a lesson, okay? Find me in the same place. All right. Look for another lesson on alternate fingerings coming up soon. And once again, thank you so much. Joel from Simi Valley, thank you for the idea. The rest of you, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so grateful that you formed this community around my channel. All right. I'm speechless. Here I am, speechless, right? Imagine that. Okay, take care. See you again next time. Bye-bye.